As wildfires rage through Los Angeles, with at least 2 people confirmed dead. Tens of thousands of the city's residents have been ordered to evacuate as the fires continue to rage out of control. Kian Gohar evacuated his home in the Palisades area last night and joins us now from LA. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Emma.
How are you feeling? I can't even imagine what this ordeal would be like. I know so many Australians have gone through this, but how are you feeling this morning?
Honestly, it's like a roller coaster of emotions, and you do everything you can to save your family and your belongings, and you're fine. And then an hour later, out of the blue, all of a sudden it hits you, and you're like, oh my God, my life is potentially about to get totally changed. And so it's just a roller coaster of emotions. I'm so grateful that my house is okay. We were evacuated. There were over 30,000 people in my neighborhood evacuated from the northern part of Santa Monica all the way through Pacific Palisades and through Malibu. And we know now that over 1,000 buildings just in my community have burned down. I'm just so grateful and blessed and thankful to the firefighters and the first responders who have worked so hard to save so many homes. And thankfully, it could have been much worse in terms of human loss, but so far the news isn't as bad. But it's just been devastating to everybody. And all of a sudden you get a text message saying that there's a fire. I walked out of my house and I saw smoke in the sky. I was walking my dog. I'm like, okay, that's weird. And then half an hour later, you get a text message saying mandatory evacuation, leave now. And so, you just put, your pets and your whatever you can in your house, in your car, and then you drive away. And then you just hope and pray that the worst doesn't come to fruition. And it has for so many people.
Yeah.
I know friends and neighbors who've lost homes, and it's just absolutely devastating.
We saw some photos initially of your home and of that terrifying orange sky, and the vision that we're seeing as well is just extraordinary. Can you tell us what it sounds like, what it smells like, what the atmosphere feels like when this is coming towards you?
It is very, very smoky, and you can smell it in the air, and you can see a particular wind direction that is moving all the fire in one way. And so if the wind changes direction, all of a sudden you get all this ash and smoke in your face. And we're not immune to fires here in Southern California. And we have these wind patterns that in the fall bring extreme heat from the high desert. But what we saw last night was just unbelievable, over 100-mile-an-hour winds. And we haven't had rain in 8 months. And so everything is just, we say that we have a fire season in California. It's not a fire season anymore. It's a fire year. It's January. It's winter. We shouldn't be having fires, but it's happening. And right now I look out the sky and the wind has calmed down a little bit. It was tremendously powerful about 6 hours ago. The sky is covered in smoke. It's black smoke all across LA. Some of the wind is pushing it out to the ocean. So you're seeing a little pockets of blue sky like that we're used to in sunny Southern California. But it is just a devastating day here in LA.
Ken, you said that your home is fine, but your neighbours have lost some properties. What's the community feeling like? What are your neighbours going through? What are they telling you?
Just shock. You just look around. Everybody's now still outside the evacuation zone looking and just in complete shock. And the crazy thing is that the fire hydrants ran out of water last night in the Palisades. And so some of us went back to hose down houses to try to save them. And who knows if that helped or not, but it's just been an incredible shock. And, we have some missing leadership. The mayor is out of the country, and it's sort of like, you think back to the days of like ancient Rome, and like narrow fiddles while Rome burns. And so we're just getting mixed messages. And the thing that's going to be so devastating for the thousands of people whose lives are totally impacted and destroyed is that rebuilding will take forever. The home insurance industry has gone through great determination to cancel a lot of home insurance policies here in California because of fire hazard. And if you are able to get a home insurance, the cost is just astronomical. And so some people have gone without home insurance. And so many people's lives are just ruined all across LA. It's just devastating.